At a young age, I learned from my parents what it really meant to work hard and what it really meant to help others and serve others, and what it really meant to save and build wealth, financial, legal, and real estate deals together, building multiple streams of income, generational wealth, and teaching people how to work smart, not work hard.
In 2026, shielding an independent enterprise or family estate from market volatility and systematic inflation shocks, it requires a holistic wealth ecosystem that connects mortgages, investments, and corporate credit.
I know that I want to be able to go out there and continue to change lives. So there's so many people I got to meet, and I got to get going, boots on the ground.
Hello everyone, this is Kripa Anand and welcome to the She and Success podcast, a national platform spotlighting powerful women who are shaping the future of business, leadership and impact across Canada. Here we bring you real stories, bold journeys and conversations that inspire growth, visibility and success. Today, we are breaking down the macro structural engineering of multi sector financial networks, integrated asset protection modeling, and the data backed execution of purpose driven investment vehicles. In 2026, shielding an independent enterprise or family estate from market volatility, uncoordinated lending frameworks, and systematic inflation shocks, it requires looking past transactional brokers to implement a holistic wealth ecosystem that connects mortgages, investments, and corporate credit under a unified governance structure. Joining us today is Dr. Natasha Bridgmohan, AMP, founder and president of the BridgGroup of Companies and vice president of EchosTV. Dr. Natasha is a celebrated business innovator, philanthropist, globally recognized financial strategist, and award-winning entrepreneur with over 23 years of elite experiences expanding multi-million-dollar ventures. The creator of the signature M.I.R.A.C.L.E model, integrating mortgages, investments, real estate aid, charity, consulting, connecting, legal lending, and entertainment and education, she has helped over 20,000 global citizens build lasting wealth. Awarded an honorary doctorate for her immense contributions to financial education, she is also the founder of the national charity, the Canadian Changing Lives Foundation. Guided by her core mantra, knowledge acquired must be shared and so should wealth, she is truly transforming our economic landscape. So before further ado, let's welcome this very special guest. Dr. Natasha, such a pleasure to have you with us. What an inspiring person you are.
Oh, likewise. Thank you, Kripa. I'm so excited to be here and to share in my journey and give us much empowering knowledge, because knowledge is power, to help uplift our community and, change lives one person at a time.
Wow, I'm just loving the beginning already. Now, Dr. Natasha, a significant structural point of failure for many business operators out there and families as well is that they handle their mortgages, legal advice, and investment portfolios in completely isolated silos, right? And that leads to a massive friction when trying to scale their net worth. So let's start the conversation by understanding from your perspective what inspired Miracle. For the layman, what does it mean? And how exactly does it integrate financial sectors, strengthen their operational resilience overall?
Wow. Well, that's a long-winded question, but that's a great question. Thank you for that. Miracle brand. Well, when you think about the word miracle, you think about something that's next to impossible, right?
Yeah.
But when you also think about miracle, it also sounds very exciting and worthwhile. So when I put this word together, it was set to be something that's standard value in my organization and aligns with my mission, my vision, and my corporate philosophy and my changing lives philosophy. So Miracle, what it actually stands for is represents the Bridge Group of Companies and our model of our services, our staple services that we offer under one umbrella. And M stands for mortgage. I stands for investment,
Mhm.
real estate aid, or registered charity, helping others, underserved communities and families and individuals. And R stands for real estate, consulting, legal firm, education, and entertainment,
Mhm.
EchosTV. So that is our Miracle brand. It's all about empowering individuals, professionals, and business owners.
Beautiful. I think that beautifully demystifies corporate asset mapping because when you remove these gaps between lending, investing, and legal oversight, you instantly maximize structural efficiency and, give your business a bulletproof blueprint for sustainable growth as well. Dr. Natasha, let's take a pause and let's go back into where this all started from. So, with everything that you're doing right now, is this something that you were always interested in, even as a kid growing up? Or
Mm.
did you maybe stumble upon this in your life somehow? So, how did you get to doing what you're doing today?
So that's a great question. Well, the word miracle, I think, resonates my life. I think I
Uh-huh.
should write a book and it says miracle and my face is right on her because I am a miracle. We are all miracles, first of
Yes.
all. Just being a human being on planet Earth, the most advanced species, I think that's a miracle. Birth is a miracle. Uh, we can say so many different things as a miracle that we've experienced miracles in our life. And from since I was a little girl, I came into this country as a refugee.
Mhm.
And my parents came here as blue collared workers, and their highest level of education was high school. And my dad worked three jobs. My mom was a homemaker, took care of all of us, including my grandparents, until we all graduated from high school. She's made so many sacrifices and she had so many titles at home: doctor, lawyer, teacher, nurse,
Uh-huh.
everything she did for us. And at a young age, I learned from my parents what it really meant to work hard and what it really meant to help others and serve others and what it really meant to save and build wealth. Fast forward later, my parents are, financially sound. They've made a lot of money and they've helped and served their community and they've done well.
Mhm.
And as I grew into uh becoming a teenager into high school and then into post-secondary, I realized that there are so many people that are experiencing a lot of the same, challenges and trauma in life as being, coming from us, running away from civil unrest and coming to Canada as a safe and looking at it as a safe haven place, but they didn't have the resources or the tools
Mhm.
to become financially sound, financially successful. And as I grew, I started reading a lot of books and I surrounded myself with like minded people and people who are successful and helping others that are 10, 20, 30 years my senior. And I said, hold on here. I think I found my calling. I think I found
Mm.
my calling. And what is my calling? My calling is changing lives, by giving everyone knowledge. Knowledge is power. And what my expertise is as a subject matter expert is I'm really, really good at putting financial, legal, and real estate deals together, problem solving situations with families and business owners and individuals. And regrouping and giving band-aid solutions with committed solutions at the end, building multiple streams of income, generational wealth, and teaching people how to work smart, not work hard. And that was the birth of the Miracle brand, I think, since I was a little girl. And it just so happened, me and my publicist, we were sitting, Amy, and we were like, okay, we got to change this vibe. There's a lot that you're doing, and let's put it all into something that everyone can understand because you do so much for others. And I'm an acronym woman. In the office, everything is in acronyms because it's just easier and it's more fun, and
Yes.
it's also easier to remember. But yeah, we came up with this word. We were on a whiteboard and we were putting all these letters together, and then it was like it was like word search. And it was like, okay, miracle. And yeah,
Wow.
and we both looked at each other. We had, when you had the aha moment,
Right.
right? So I had that aha moment, the bulb starts lighting, and we're like, okay, that's it. That's it. So yeah.
Wow, that was a beautiful story. Firstly, thank you so much for sharing that with me and our audience. I think when you're meant to do beautiful things, life just unravels itself in amazing ways, right? If I were to ask you your favorite thing about entrepreneurship, what would you say?
Wow. My favorite thing about
There are
entrepreneurship,
so many.
there's so many. I think if you were today, my favorite thing today would be gratification.
Hmm.
That feeling of, going home and driving home on a cold winter night after a 14-hour day and thinking about every single person that walked into my office, every single family that I met, individual, whether it was a virtual, whether it was a teleconference,
Mhm.
everyone that came in sad or unhappy or nervous or faced anxiety because of financial challenges and left a little bit calmer or happier or pleased because I was able to provide them a solution through our Miracle brand services
Right.
and through our other subject matter experts in the offices that we have, and that really feels good being an entrepreneur. Me knowing that I have the ability and the power that God has blessed me with to be able to change lives. Like I go back to this changing lives approach, and I think being who I am and being also a proud practicing Hindu, married to a Roman Catholic man,
Mhm.
our home is one. Even when we got married, we were celebrating 25 years soon.
Oh, wow,
Uh, Thank you,
congratulations.
thank you. Even when we got married, we have a statement uh, that's published on our wall, on a picture frame, and it's our dharma. It's what we want to do in this world. And one of the things that the kids and I and my husband chose, and we all signatured it and dated it, was to serve others through knowledge.
Wow.
And yes, of course, there's nothing wrong with giving back in other ways, but I give back through through knowledge, and this is why the Canadian Changing Lives Foundation was born this year. So a lot of things are coming together through this miracle brand, and I want to be able to shout it on top of the rooftop, tell everybody, you know, call us, we're here, learn about what we're doing, and yeah, so. Yeah.
Wow. I think this episode is more of a therapeutic episode for me because I'm just feeling that feel good factor after talking this to this amazing women right here. Now, building on what you've said, let's explore the social side of your mission and break down how sharing advanced financial knowledge, as you mentioned, alters the economic trajectory of a community as well. So, Dr. Bridgmohan, how exactly does sharing knowledge and using platforms like Echoes help bridge that global opportunity gap? So, how is that playing a part in this?
This is the more, I think this is one, going back to your question, echoing, what do you love about being an entrepreneur?
Yeah.
So I didn't lie, but I missed something else.
Okay.
And that is the reach globally that I'm going after now, and the reach that's coming to me. Like I'm speaking to a beautiful doctor in India right now,
Hmm.
and she's a psychiatrist, and
Hmm.
she has a podcast,
Hmm.
and she reaches about 2 million Indians in
Wow.
India, and we're collaborating on Echoes TV to bring her podcast on our bold, inspiring, transformational, motivational, inspirational platform. And through this platform, COVID changed everything, Kripa. It really, really did. It either broke a lot of people or at and it formed alliances, and it formed a different purpose and meaning for life. A lot of people are just burnt out for many, many different things, and this streaming platform is very, very different from the typical Netflix and Disney and so forth, and they're great in their own right, but we do not focus on the dark comedy and the violence and the political stuff and the X-rated stuff. We focus on wholesome, good content, and to reach global. One of the way to reach global fast is through entertainment.
Yeah.
And why can't good message and good life stories and feel good stories be entertainment? Why can't it? And it should be. And it's moving. The trend is moving, thanks to TikTok and Reels. Like right now, there are two amazing songs that are streaming and changing the world. And I see it millions and millions of views. Shakira, what's happening right now? The World Cup, FIFA, right? And all the entire song, if you actually translate it into into English, it's different languages saying the same thing. And music is universal, but so is language. It's just translated in different ways, and we all speak the same language, and people don't understand that.
Yes.
And that's what Echoes TV does. It brings positive vibration messages, and by short messages, by videos, coaching, professional development, planet Earth, podcasts like these. Like, we should get your podcast on there because what you do is brilliant too, and it would be fabulous to get that message in the 138 countries that we're in right now.
Wow, very well articulated, firstly. I think definitely I agree with what you said. Post COVID and pre COVID were two very different times, right? And usually there's this notion that the good content is boring content, right? And dark comedy or
Yes.
anything is the more the fun option to watch, right? But with what you said, definitely what you've created is a beautiful space, and kudos to you for creating this for everyone involved. To all the corporate operators, scaling founders, and family leaders watching, allowing fragmented financial strategies or weak credit frameworks to limit your operational potential is a massive structural vulnerability in 2026. Directed by elite industry visionary Dr. Natasha Bridgmohan, the Bridge Group of Companies delivers a comprehensive multi sector banking framework that brings together mortgages, investments, and custom capital protection networks. So take control of your long term legacy and register for their high impact EarnX information sessions on July 14th by visiting thebridgegroup.com to coordinate your enterprise credit evaluation today. All right, it's time for a quick break right here, but don't go anywhere because when we come back, we'll explore how strong leadership and the right mindset help entrepreneurs manage multiple ventures with confidence. Stay tuned.
At Purolator, we understand the importance of every delivery, whether it's a document, a special gift, a critical healthcare shipment, or an entire warehouse worth of inventory. Throughout our more than 60-year history, we've honed our expertise to build out a powerful portfolio of logistics services that enable us to deliver on every promise. Whether shipping across town or around the globe, from small and medium-sized businesses to industrial, technology, retail, and healthcare sectors, Purolator serves a diverse array of customers. So no matter what, where, or when you're shipping, Purolator's expertise, experience, and innovative solutions enable us to deliver on your promises.
Welcome back to She and Success. Let's dive into the habits, mindset, and strategies that help leaders build successful businesses while maintaining balance and long term vision. Specifically, with now AI coming into the picture, that has also changed the game entirely. So, what do you feel, Dr. Bridgmohan? Is AI going to take over this content space as well? Maybe replacing podcasts like the ones that we are having right now as well. So, what do you think about it?
So interestingly, one of our entertainment arm of Echoes TV is Mindatorium Studios, and we just s- recently launched the world's full 90-minute feature film, completely done in AI.
Wow, no way.
Completely done in AI.
Okay.
It's called Deep Frame.
Uh-huh.
And yes, it has it's fabulous, fabulous storyline, and it still has a lot of growing pains, but it's the first one, and I'm very proud of my president, Mr. Henning Morales. But let's talk about AI. That is such a controversial subject, not only in movies and entertainment for podcasts, but for even notes and so forth, taking down notes, writing emails, and getting information. I just went to an AI summit in Las Vegas 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, all of the prestigious law firms have banned AI to be used in their legal manner. But for podcasts, I'm going to tell you this. This is how I feel about it. Just like anything in life,
Right,
too much of everything is never too good.
right.
Do I think AI is a genius? Do I think it can be used to change the world and change lives and empower others? Absolutely. Do I think you can take advantage of advancing your podcast? Yes. However, it can also be very dangerous. It can
Yes.
also corrupt or cripple companies. It just depends on who uses it, what's the purpose, and what's the vision. But I could tell you, Kripa, you ain't going anywhere. Your podcast is very, very, very amazing, very great content. But you never know to get to for Kripa to get on the globe very fast. Maybe AI is the next way to go.
Yes.
Your voice, you could always, you could even, AI could even render your voice.
Yes.
You could even write the script now and it's Kripa's voice, but you don't have to talk about it, say it. You don't have to repeat the script every single time for 500 episodes. They write the script, they record your voice, and AI does it, and it's Kripa. I think it will, those who are technologically advanced and want to make a lot of money and do a lot of good things with it, AI will be fantastic. Those that use it for the wrong reason, you know, that kind of success is short-lived.
Definitely, that's again a very well put together answer and a very balanced approach as well. I agree with you. I think if you use AI in the operational workflow, then yes, you can definitely use it to amplify what you're doing, right? But if you're using it to replace your creativity, then I don't think it is going to take you very far away. So
Exactly.
thank you so much for that. On that note, let's do a little time travel. Imagine if I were to give you a time machine right now and we were to go 5 or 10 years into the future. When you get out of the time machine, how exactly do you envision the Bridge group of companies taking over not just Canada, North America, but the entire globe?
I'm a very ambitious woman. I am the person where I would tell you that I would do something, and 99% of the individuals in the room will say, you are out of this world. It's not going to happen. Or they will be like crabs in the bucket and pull me down and laugh at me and say, oh, that's just impossible. Well, I don't know if you heard about my Miracle brand, but I'm walking out of this time machine
Hmm.
and I've made a global impact. Well, definitely the first thing is I would have already changed 7-digit in lives, like millions of lives. But I think what I would see more, I would see more organizations, more companies, more nonprofits mirroring and mimicking and advancing of what I've set up. So it would be like a global pandemic in financial literacy. I would see significant elimination of poverty. And a lot of companies have branded and bought into my vision and have enveloped this philosophy of changing lives and created mini pockets of communities that are thriving and children and generations that are thriving. And education is not just for those that have money. Education is for everyone. Everyone has access to um, uh, affordable housing. Everyone has access to clean water. Every kid goes to school not hungry, and every kid is thriving for equal opportunity. That's how I see it happen, but with a lot of business, private, and public support, and everyone's just bought into it because it's such a great philosophy of doing well for others.
Wow, you've painted quite a picture there. The future definitely looks very promising. And you, Dr. Natasha, are going to be a big part of it, right? Because you are already doing so much.
That's the plan.
Now, I'm loving this conversation, and definitely we'd love for her to be back, hopefully, for a deeper conversation that we do the next time. But for today, Dr. Bridgmohan, before we let you go, if there's one final piece of advice that you have for our listeners today, specifically if I were to ask you your mantra of success, one thing that helps you get out of bed each morning, because we all have those days when we don't want to get out of bed, right? There's just so much going on in lives, right? But one thing that keeps you going no matter what, if you could whisper that to our listeners, what would you say and why?
Oh boy. Can I say my 3 things?
Of
Is
course.
that okay?
Yes, go ahead.
Well, when I wake up, first of all, I wake up before the sunrise.
Mhm.
The sun, you need to get the sun's energy. But the 3 fundamental reasons why I wake up every single day is number 1, I understand that on planet Earth, our time is short-lived. So I know the clock is ticking for my enjoyment in planet Earth, and I'm not afraid of death. So that's number 1. Time is short. Get up. I'm not sleeping in. I want to smell the roses, breathe the fresh air, play in the rain. Number 2, I know that I want to be able to go out there and continue to change lives. So there's so many people I got to meet and I got to get going, boots on the ground. And number 3, I am madly in love with my children and my husband. They are the apples of my eyes, my beating heart, and I gotta do good by them and build the legacy and generational wealth for them so they have a good life after I leave this earth.
Wow, that was one of the most real answers that anyone has given. Dr. Natasha, it has been such a pleasure having you on the podcast. Thank you so much for being here and doing
Thank you,
this with
Kripa.
us.
Oh, so
All right, that was Dr. Natasha Bridgmohan, AMP, founder and president of the BridgGroup of Companies, a masterclass in collapsing financial fragmentation through the signature miracle model, accelerating cross-border asset growth and leveraging the Canadian Changing Lives Foundation to secure an empowered economic landscape into the future. To all the listeners, thank you so much for tuning in to the She and Success. To learn more about how we are supporting women entrepreneurs beyond the platform, visit the She and Success Foundation at sheandsuccessfoundation.ca. And a very special thank you to our exclusive shipping partner, Purolator, for the ongoing commitment to supporting women entrepreneurs and helping them build, grow, and lead successful businesses across Canada. So, I'll see you all in the next episode. Kripa Anand signing off.